right. So I'll let you introduce yourself, but you were on the podcast. We had a great time together. We met up for the first time here at PWX. So tell us who you are and what city you work for.
Yeah, I'm Jorge Morales. I'm with the City of Austin Watership Protection Department. So to keep it simple, we're the stormwater utility for the department. And that's what we talked about in the podcast back in April, I think.
Yeah. So tell us, the watershed, stormwater, tell us how long you've been in the industry, how long you've been at it, and then like the path you created to make to where you're at today.
Yeah, I've been working for the City of Austin for 16 years, and prior to that, I worked for another city for 5 years. So just over 20 years in the public work industry, right? Watershed Protection is a subsidiary of Public Works, but in City of Austin, we're actually a separate department. And so I've been in that space on and off for the last 16 years. I've gone back and forth. But I've got into stormwater mostly because when I came out of the military and I went to college, I started as an intern for the City of Austin Watershed Department. This was back in '98.
Internship, got him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It introduced me. And not only that, coming to Central Texas and learning about the flooding, the ability to go and make a difference, right, in our community, it really pulled at your heart because we're public servants at heart. When you know through your career or through your path, you can actually make lives better. Yeah. It's really important. It's part of public works, like I said, but it's been the area that I've been more involved in over my entire career. You know.
Gotcha. Texas, we recently just had some floods out there. As a stormwater director, as a watershed director, where does your brain go when you see something like that hit the news, the national news cycle, the world cycle? So where does your brain go when you see something like that?
That's a great question. And yes, when we had the 4th of July, we had 2 different flooding events in the Central Texas area, in the same general vicinity, but 2 different areas. And the first thing I think about is, what could we have done to have prevented it? Was there more we could have done? Obviously, through education, through regulations, there's usually more we can do. Yeah. But how do we prevent the next one from happening as well? So you pray for those families. It's been devastating. I think it's upwards of 150 families that have been impacted. In some cases, unfortunately, full families got washed away because they were out camping or whatever. But it just breaks your heart. And as public servants, it's how can we do better? That's the question I ask myself. And how can I collaborate with my peers? Because some of these smaller cities, counties, they don't have the same resources that the larger cities. We talked about it in the podcast. And so how can we help each other do better? Yeah.
You come to PWX, what are you looking to learn or get something out of a conference like this, and then what are you excited for?
Yeah, so PWX is the large international conference that's hosted every year, and I don't come very often. I think the last time I did it was 2016 in Minneapolis. I come here to be inspired, but I come here to network with the other colleagues across the country, in Canada as well, and other countries that are here as well. But I come to learn technology. When you hear we're standing right behind the vendor's booth, there's, 1,000 folks here just promoting their technology. We're always evolving, so we come to learn and grow, right? But the biggest thing is the impact is the network, right? Because you can pick up the phone and talk to a peer across the country and say, how are you doing this? I've got this problem. We all deal with similar problems. And how do we help each other get past some of those challenges?
Yeah. Sure. It's been good to see you in person, man. Again, I had fun on the podcast. So when I saw you in person, like I got to do a little mini interview with him. Where can people find you at? And then what, I guess, if they have a question about is something that you're solving for currently that you might be able to help them out with?
Yes, and it was great meeting you in person as well. It's great when you do the Zoom calls on the podcast, and thank you for doing that because you helped tell the story, right? But austintexas.gov/watershed. We'll get you to the department. And so we talk about it in the podcast. Maybe we attach the podcast in there because I haven't been promoting as much as I should have, right? I'm a little shy about that. But I'm on LinkedIn as well. I'm on Jorge Morales, Austin Watershed Protection. You'll find me on LinkedIn. And don't hesitate to reach out, connect, and see how we can share. And I'll continue to share our story in any way that I can. I present at various conferences. This one I didn't present, but we'll be hosting in Houston the next PWX. So you can expect a lot of Texas folks presenting because we do a lot of great things in Texas as well. And if we can do anything that can help others grow in leadership or flood mitigation or public works, we'll be doing that too.
Yeah. Jorge, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, sir.
Always looking forward to seeing you in the future, man, and looking forward to seeing where your career goes after this, man.
Thank you, sir, and keep doing what you're doing, right?
Thank you.
Keep telling them stories.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you.